We have 22 students as of now. Let me start sharing the screen. Yeah, this must be appearing on your screen now. This is where we stopped yesterday in the last class. Well, to recapitulate, we have been looking into Unit 5 of Corporate Valuation. This unit comprises of four important topics. The first one is the leverage decisions. Second one is agency cost. Third one is financial distress and bankruptcy. And the last part is the role of government securities market and advice in IPO valuation and M&A valuation. So this fourth section has two subsections, that is IPO valuation and M&A valuation, as part of the larger issue of corporate valuation. Now, we know in case of IPO, a privately held company coming out to the capital market with essential public offering with an objective of converting itself from private company to a public company. Now, normally in the case of IPO, the issue price is determined by the company, issuing company, along with the merchant bankers or the lead manager, using the book building mechanism. That is, by trying to know the demand position for its IPO. Now, this is where we had stopped. The prices, the issue price of IPOs by different businesses are done, are evaluated by using different techniques such as the factors having an influence on the IPO valuation, or there are absolute valuations based on the intrinsic internal factors, or relative valuation on the basis of the valuation of or the pricing of IPO issue by similar companies in the recent past. So some of these are the different techniques. Now, the first thing we noted there was the factors that influence the pre-IPO valuation. Which are the factors that affect the pricing process of an IPO? So before an IPO is made, a price band will be identified and fixed, right, by the merchant banker or the issuing company, or by the merchant banker on behalf of the issuing company. And this merchant banker, what factors he takes into account by fixing this price band or the price range? Some of the factors are number of stocks being sold in an IPO. Whether it is 1 lakh shares you are offering through your IPO, whether it is 10 lakh shares, or 10 crore shares, or 50 crore shares. How many shares you are issuing? Normally, if the number of shares being issued through the IPO is large, the pricing tends to be slightly lower. Whereas if you are having a few shares being offered, and if you know that there is huge demand for your shares, then normally you are likely to fix the issue price at a higher level. So the number of stocks that are being issued through an IPO has a important bearing or impact on the pricing of the IPO. Then the organizational setup of the private company. Normally, private companies, you know, is mainly managed and promoted and managed by the family members, their friends, and relatives. Now, when you are planning to come out with an IPO with an intent to go public, at the bottom you will have an intention to retain the control within the family, within your core group. So when this is the issue, this is the case, you want to ensure that at least a controlling number of shares are being purchased, held by the family members, so that the control remains. Even though you finally become a public company, controlling power remains within the promoters. Otherwise, having brought out Having developed the company to this level, if you offer this company to a public, then what is the use? So normally, whenever a private company wants to become a public company, this intention will always be there. It might not be very explicitly told, but that intention will very much be there. So a private company promoters, uh, comprising of its family members, or the friends, or relatives, or the core group, would like to have more shares in its hands, or shares to the extent of controlling power, at least 20%, 25%. From that perspective, the pricing will also be done. If if it is out and out public, you are going out, you might not care, you might fix a price. But when you want to have substantial amount of this public issue within the promoter group, within the original promoter group, you will be very cautious in fixing the price so as to make this pricing affordable to your existing promoters or family members. So that is one issue which is likely to affect the valuation of IPO or pricing of IPO. Then, of course, current prices of stocks of similar companies in the same sector. You are from IT sector. There are several companies, right? They had already issued the shares. Their shares are in the market. What is the current market price of these shares? This current market price of similar companies in the similar sector give you an idea as to the perception and the views and the opinions and the sentiments of the market towards the shares of similar companies in the similar sector. So if IT sector or banking sector shares are now somewhat dull, then if you are an IT company or if you are a banking company and if you are now coming out with an IPO, you will have to take into account this current price trends. If banking shares are really doing very well, the prices are going up, probably you can also expect similar reception by the market, by the investors when you come out with your RP. But if the current market price of say IT stocks or banking stocks or metal stocks are somewhat sober or low, you can expect the same reception by the market. Suddenly, your company might not be received with a higher price in the market. So while fixing the issue price, we will have to take into account what is the current price of shares of similar companies in the same sector. Suppose yours is a banking company, either to a private bank now going public, take into account the current price trends, price movements for the last 52 weeks, last 24 weeks, or whatever, as advised by your lead manager, about the price trends of such banking stocks, right? Then fix it somewhere around this price. Let it not be too different, too far off from the current prices of similar stocks of similar companies of similar sector. That would be very unintelligent move by the issuer. So take this into account also. Then company's growth rate. This has a major impact on the IPO pricing. Now, either to yours with a private company and whatever growth, whatever profits, whatever earnings, whatever prosperity you made were all related to or confined to your promoter group or your family. Now, when you intend to go to the public will scrutinize your public or investors in the market will scrutinize your company's growth potential very severely. If you think your company has huge potential for growth over and above the say industry average or the sectoral average, then you can hope to price your issue a bit higher because you are going to reward the investors with high growth and its high earnings and high profits in future. But if the growth potential of your company is somewhat subdued, average or below average, you cannot expect the market to buy your company shares at a higher price. You have to price your IPO at a lower level. So this growth potential of the issuing company coming out with an IPO has a major role to play in IPO pricing or IPO valuation by the company. Then company's business model with the financial effectiveness. People, the investors are very intelligent. There are experienced investors. They would like to know what is the business model, whether this model is in line with the current trends in the industry, whether this business model is scalable, whether this model is agile, or flexible, whether it can withstand the external and internal shocks. For example, suddenly we have this lockdown and businesses are severely affected. But there are businesses which are still doing good, even in, it may not be at the same rate, but even in this lockdown period. Whether your business model has got this kind of flexibility to face off such unexpected changes in the external market, external environment. Investors are ready to pay a higher price for the shares of such companies which can sustain, which can withstand, and which can survive and even grow irrespective of the external turbulence in the market. So, what is your business model? Whether it is agile, whether it is flexible, whether it is scalable, right? Whether it can sustain or it can withstand the market ups and downs. People will look into this and accordingly pay the price for the shares of your company. So this financial strength, financial health, and the business model or the revenue model of the company will determine to a large extent at what price you are going to issue your IPO. If your model is very strong, your health is financial health is very strong, you can afford to fix a higher price because there will be demand. People will definitely buy your company shares even at a higher price. But your business model is not that effective, not that strong, not that flexible, doesn't have the strength to withstand the ups and downs of the market, then you will have to be very cautious because there might not be much takers, but many buyers for the shares. If the prices are too high, then nobody will buy your shares. So you will have to keep it low. That is the general overall market trend. Now, just now I saw the market has risen, is rising today, probably because of the RBI's 50,000 crores lifeline for mutual funds, especially in the wake of Franklin Templeton mutual funds liquidity crisis. So, what is the trend and what is the market? Whether the market is going up, whether the market is subdued, whether there is huge demand for the market, whether the prospects are good, whether the lockdown is going to be lifted, whether many businesses are going to be given permission to operate, whether all these restrictions are going to be removed. All these things affect the likely demand for your IPO in the market. And accordingly, we'll have to price this. If the market is very tight, very subdued, if you price your IPO at a higher level, nobody will come for it because they are already having problems. The investors, the finance institutions are already having the liquidity problem. And if you come out with your IPO now, there will not be many buyers. But if the market trend is very upbeat, right, is going up now with a lot of expectations of better days to come, then you can risk pricing your issue at a higher level because even at that higher level, market might lack of your issue. People might buy your shares even at a higher price. What is the current trend in the market, especially in financial markets? That is has a important influence on the valuation of the IPO. Demand from the potential customers for the company stock. A book building process will definitely give you an idea about the likely demand at different prices, right? So if you find that the book building process comes out with a price range from 100 rupees to 500 rupees with a lot of demand at 100 rupees whereas very little demand at 500 rupees, then you will have to refix your issue price at around 100 rupees. You cannot go at the other end of your price part. You may have to refix the revise the issue price based on the inputs received through book building process of the input received from the market about the likely demand at different price levels. That is the book building process. So if you find that out of 10 crore shares you are proposing to issue through your IPO, if 8 crores are being demanded at around 100 to 150, then if you fix a price band of 300 to 400, then only 1 crore or 50 lakh shares might be taken. Remaining 8 to 9 lakh shares would remain unsold. So what you will have to do? You will have to fix the issue price at around 100 to 150 price band or price. So this is very important. What is the demand from the potential or the prospective customers, investors for your companies? Yes, it is definitely you are very accurately known through book building process. So you have to take into account these many factors into consideration while fixing the IPO valuation or fixing the issue price of your proposed IPO. Both these factors are clear to you. 24 are there at the last count, one of the lowest attendance so far. It was only one third, only 33, 35% students are attending the classes. Okay, then. Now there are different approaches to IPO valuation. Most of these valuation methods you are quite aware. Absolute valuation, right? Take all these factors into account and fix a price. Say price whether it is for a face value of 10 rupees, whether you are going to fix the issue price at 100 rupees, 110 rupees, 120 rupees, 150 rupees. Absolute valuation you are going to fix without a price band, right? Absolute valuation. Or discounted cash flow. Again, we are going back to the projection of cash flows. It's a discount. On that basis, you are going to fix what would be the price. Then economic value of the organization. What is the beyond your net profits or accounting profit? What is the benefits you are going to give to your equity shareholders? On that basis, a relative valuation, value pricing of price of stocks of similar companies in the similar industry at that price you may fix, or based on some multiples which you have seen in the first unit. So there could be different methods. Probably the merchant banker or the lead manager will advise you as to which approach is to be followed for evaluation, pre-issue valuation of your IPO, or the issue fixing the issue price of your IPO. There could be different approaches. You can employ any one of these approaches or a combination of these approaches to arrive at a more realistic issue price. As an issuing company or its lead manager, we will have to choose or select an appropriate approach for the IPO valuation. No, that is the first part of this fourth section of this unit. That is IPO valuation. The second is M&A valuation. M&A, you know, where one company takes over another company or two companies merge one company. All these things happen where one company buys the assets of the other company or a part of the company or one unit of the company, right? Or one product line of the company, a brand of the company, whatever may happen. There might be several reasons why companies enter into M&A transactions. You must be seeing now with MACR subject, you must be aware of all these reasons. Now, whatever may be the reasons, specific reasons for one company to take over or buy or acquire another company, the common theme underlying all merger and acquisition deals is the expectation that the combination will increase shareholder value of the asset. There will be a synergy, there will be a benefit, right? For whatever reason you are going to buy another company or its assets or businesses, basic fundamental objective of any M&A deal is the expectation that by combining the another company with your company, the shareholder value or the value or the wealth of your shareholder, the acquirer's shareholder will increase. That is the basic objective in any M&A deal. Whatever might be the reason you have undertaken this takeover or merger or acquisition, whatever. But the basic is whether it is going to improve, whether it is going to enhance, whether it is going to maximize mine is the acquirers, shareholders, value or benefit. That is the bottom line. That is the underlying theme of all mergers and acquisitions. So please note this point. The expectation that the combination, the post merger, right, post acquisition, post takeover, the, the shareholder value of the acquiring company, right, transferring companies, shareholders' wealth or value will increase. Not going to improve, even if suppose it is going to bring down, then no company will take up or go for any M&A deal. It will not do that one. Unless there is a synergy, unless there is a benefit, then there is an expectance of further maximization of its shareholders' wealth or value. Firms want to go for any takeover. Please note this basic thing. There are different approaches for establishing the value of the acquisition method. Now you are planning. You are an acquirer. You have identified one business, one firm for takeover, right? Now it is like just like any purchase transaction, purchase of an asset or acquisition of asset. Then you will have to pay a price for this. You know this purchase consideration of this. You have to pay for this. How do you establish this? How do you arrive at this? It might be selling company might say, you might demand say 100 crores, and you won't accept it and pay and take over. Just like what we buy, what we bargain in the market. As an acquirer, you will have to establish or arrive at or compute the price payable, purchase price payable to the selling company, right? The acquiring company. There are certain practices, there are certain approaches as to how to establish or fix the value of the target company. The target company's balance sheet might speak one thing. Uh, Target companies, the management might demand another price, another value. But you will have to come. You will have to work out. You will have to calculate the likely acceptable, realistic purchase consideration that you might be ready to pay for the target company to acquire its business. Now, what are these approaches? I don't know whether this is visible on your monitor. Is it visible on the monitor? At least the second part, the
Yes, sir.
bottom half. Yeah, please go through the list, right? Have a look at these different methodologies and their contents. You should stop at this and we'll take up this discussion in the next class. Different methodologies are stock performance analysis, premiums paid analysis, discounted cash flow or good old DCF method, comparable company analysis or relative valuation, comparable acquisition analysis, relative valuation specific to an acquisition. Okay? Similarly acquired last month, that is called leveraged buyout. You must have studied this, right? You are going to raise debt to buy this one, buy this company. That means so the different almost 3 plus 3, 6 methodologies have been listed with some brief explanation about each methodology. Please go through this. Stock performance analysis is stated as one of the best indicators of value. If your stock is performing well, that means the company is doing well. The company's stock prices are going up in the market. There is a very good expectation about this company, its growth potential, its earnings potential in the market. That means market values your company very, very high. It provides a context for current stock price. So that gives you if this is what is being seen or viewed by the market, then that must be a very, very realistic assessment of the company's value. That itself is a very realistic assessment of the company's value. Typically thought to reflect minority interest value. What is this minority interest? What is this minority interest? Have you heard of this? Okay. Now you know when you are going to take over another company, the another company will have to pass a resolution, right? To sell its business to the intending acquirer. There might be some people, there might be some shareholders who might not be interested in getting acquired or merged with the acquirer, right? They might like to get back their money. They might not like to continue with the acquiring company. So that their price might be very small. That is called minority interest. They might be having a better view, better perception about the prospects of the target company. They might be telling the majority shareholders, why are you rushing to sell your business to your shareholdings to the acquiring company? Let us stay together. Let us continue. We have better prospects. They might be having a different view, different idea about the prospects of the company. So they are the minority shareholders. So when the majority shareholders decide, or three-fourths of the shareholders decide to merge with another company, the merger will take place. Then, as part of your payment of purchase consideration, the acquirer will have to make the payout to these minority shareholders who are not ready to join, who are not ready to sell their holdings to the acquirer. You will have to settle them separate. So, these minority shareholders might be having a totally different idea. See the last point. It might reflect the minority shareholders' view. They might be having better prospects, better idea about the company. They might be having better views about the company. The majority shareholders probably, as a mob mentality, might endorse the sale idea, merger idea, or disposable idea. But these minority shareholders might be having a totally different idea about the company. So the prices, the stock prices might reflect their view about the prospects of the company. So which cannot be ignored. Though they are minority shareholders, their interests or their views cannot be ignored while valuing the M&A deal, because they might be knowing something else which might be reflected in the price they are ready to pay in the market. So stock performance analysis should be giving you a very realistic idea about the value of the target, which in turn will help you to compute the price you should be ready to pay for acquiring the target company. So that is the total dynamics involved in this methodology. Let's see the other methodologies. The next class to come. I am left with 2 minutes 37 seconds. I am going to stop sharing the thing. At the last count we have 25 students. I don't know who has joined the plate in the middle. Ravi Kumar has joined after a long time. Ravi Kumar, hope you are doing well after 34 days of holiday. Pranav Hegde has joined. Neha Kausar has joined. Ravi Kumar, are you there? Hello, Ravi Kumar. Nice to see you back in the class. Okay then, I'm left with 1.5 minutes. I'm going to end the meeting here. Thank you for attending.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah,
Thank you, sir.
okay,
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you all. I am ending the meeting here.
Bye, sir.
Bye. Take care. Bye.
Bye, sir. Thank you.
Bye. Thank you.